Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Red Lettuce. I just want to pop in for a minute and say some sporadic thoughts I had about Obama's recent comments regarding defunding the police. The slogan is defund the police, and it has been for a while. It came out of the abolish police. So already the slogan has adjusted, it's changed, but ultimately it's come from the work people like Angela Davis have been doing for a while. So it's not a new thing, and we don't need to flip the script because people new to the conversation are uncomfortable with it, or because literal war criminals say our messaging is bad. Activists doing the groundwork for this aren't required to make it acceptable for the public, because when our city gives nearly half of its budget to policing, the solution to the problems that makes is to defund the police, period. Barack Obama saying that we're losing people to bad messaging should tell you where the Democratic Party is on the issue of policing in the United States. He lends no support when he critiques abolition activists because he wants to take away traction we've made. He wants to focus on our messaging rather than addressing the policy activists have been pushing forth for decades. Chicago is a Democratic city, and liberals need to address Homan Square and leave Democrats behind because they're trying to resist a movement that would take away their surveillance powers needed to maintain the status quo. And for those of you who don't know, Homan Square is like a secret jail facility in Chicago that has disappeared thousands of people over the last 10 years. This is not anything new. And let's not forget that the Black Lives Matter movement started under the Obama presidency. So you have to. He called. What was it that he called? Thugs. He called them thugs. People who are mad at police brutality, Obama called thugs. So I don't think he should be the one we're listening to about messaging regarding police violence and the work that people are doing on the ground. 86% of Chicago said we wanted to defund the police. And we like the idea just fine. So join the Chicago Alliance Against Racism and Political Repression. Join the Freedom Road Socialist Organization, the Party for Socialism and Liberation. I don't particularly agree with Trotskyists, but Socialist Alternative is doing a lot of work. I mean, these are the groups that have shown up to these protests all summer, at least here in Chicago. Brave Space Alliance played key roles in distributing food to people all summer during these uprisings. And I just think it's really something that Barack Obama would say that this is bad messaging. He's just lying. He's lying to us. The Democratic Party understands how important police are for capital to remain in power. They're not our allies. Join a movement. I suggest the Chicago Alliance Against Racism and Political Repression, fighting for CPAC, which is the Civilian Police Accountability Council. Close Homan Square. Talk to your friends about Homan Square. I'll put some links about that in the description. But also, in terms of messaging, one of my favorite chants at any Defund the Police rally I've been to over the past several years is money for jobs and education, not for mass incarceration. The messaging is there. The messaging and the policy is right there. We don't need to stoop to shady tactics to get what we want and what we deserve for our communities. Democrats and Republicans rely on police force to maintain their grip on capital. Do not let them fool you. Do not let them control the narrative or the demands. Stay focused and avoid compromise. During a global health pandemic, amidst unseen levels of brute police violence in his city, he's going to tell us the slogan sucks. Like his focus is not where it needs to be. Okay. People like Angela Davis have been doing this work for decades, and we shouldn't have to change it now just because. I mean, of course, the guy who deported the most immigrants of any president ever in the history of the United States wouldn't want to defund the police during massive upheaval in his own city. He's not addressing policy at all. I'm kind of repeating myself here, but I really want to drive it in that this is why I keep saying to abandon the Democrats. They don't care about us. They just want to jail people so that the state can continue renting prison labor to corporations. But this is also why I support CARPER, or the Chicago Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression, to support CPAC, the Community Police Accountability Council here in Chicago. People like Obama are just creating mistrust of slogans to confuse people who would otherwise support defunding the police in order to fund schools and healthcare, and they just want to make you against the movement. You know, I'm really surprised at how many people I know are falling for this quip from the ex-deporter in chief. He's totally irrelevant. Obama is irrelevant to the left. He's right wing. He's against us. Okay. Don't let them see that we're that easily corruptible. We say what we mean. Obama cut so much education, but he ran on the opposite messaging, using doublespeak. Okay, that's shady. We want to defund the police, and we want to fund education. We want to fund healthcare. We want to fund things that contribute to public safety. Education, housing, healthcare, those are public safety issues. We need to be consistent and clear about what we want to do, or we're just as slimy as them. Defunding the police is part of the policy. Please stay focused. And let's get it done. Let's get it done. Thanks for hanging out with me for a minute. I just really needed to say that. It's I'm seeing a lot of it. I'm really disappointed in a lot of what I'm seeing because people are falling for it. They're falling for the, they want you to say, oh, I support, defunding the police, but not like that. I'm not like them. It's creating a divide in the discourse and the movement. They want to split up the movement. They're really, really good at doing this. This is classic ruling class reaction. Okay, this is how they stoke animosity among leftists. Obama is not a leftist. He doesn't care about the policy. He's not addressing it. He doesn't support it. He supports police. Obama loves cops. He loves surveillance. He loves deporting people. He's not an authority on this issue. There are better people like Angela Davis. She's just my go-to. She's someone a lot of people are familiar with. That name is familiar and comfortable for people. She explains things so well and so thoroughly, like she's been doing for like 40 years. She's been saying abolish and defund the police. Prisons are obsolete. This is the new slavery, right? Michelle Alexander, the new Jim Crow. This has to stop. Abolitionists hundreds of years ago didn't fault on their messaging. They said abolish slavery, period. Period. And so we have to stick to it. We can't compromise on what we need and what we want and what we deserve. Let's stay focused.